will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger.
From now on, you will speak only when spoken to.
You could ask yourself a question.
The first rule of Fight Club is you do not talk about Fight Club.
Movie Magic with Tim Buden, the movie maestro.
Hello there, how are you? Well, showing at cinemas everywhere right now is J.J. Abrams and Steven Spielberg's Super 8.
No one believes me.
I believe you.
Now, this is an affectionate hark back to some of those classic 1980s films, which, if you're 30-odd like me, no doubt you would have grown up with. You know, like The Goonies, Gremlins, The Explorers. About a group of kids, essentially, in a small Ohio town that witness a horrible train crash. It's set in the summer of 1979, and hence the title Super 8, because the kids, while witnessing this train crash, were actually making a movie on a Super 8 camera. And then they soon suspect, after troweling through all the footage, that it was not an accident.
Hey Joe, did you hear about the train crash?
No.
It's on the news.
Can you believe this? No. It's on the news. That means it's real. I know.
Woodward apparently fell asleep at the wheel of his pickup truck, which was hit by the speeding train.
Looks like a disaster movie, doesn't it?
Joe, that's awesome.
What?
We can use it. We can film it.
You want to go back? You're a total brain. We gotta go get the camera fixed and the film developed from last night. Okay, I'm gonna go steal some money from my mom.
And then to make matters worse, unusual disappearances and really strange events begin to take place in their town, and the local deputy actually tries to uncover the truth behind what becomes more terrifying than any of them could really have imagined. So there are some sort of science fiction elements thrown in here as well.
I saw it. It was big. And I don't know, it was something I've never
All of the young performers are great. There's no real annoying kids, don't worry. And for many of them, actually, this is their debut film. The script and story writing is pretty solid, and the film does possess this sort of nostalgic and Americana feel that does make it even more endearing.
Tim Burton's DVD Roundup.
If you'd rather stay in and snuggle on the sofa over this weekend, then I would recommend Company Men. This is a new film which stars Ben Affleck, Tommy Lee Jones, Chris Cooper, and Kevin Costner. Yeah, Kevin Costner is still alive. He's out there somewhere. This is a film written and directed by John Wells, who was part of the West Wing crew. He took over as sole writer and producer whenever Aaron Sorkin left around about season 3, season 4. And it's such a compelling story because it captures the heartbreaking and real emotional realities of corporate downsizing. But to be specific, it's actually set in the midst of the 2009 economic collapse. And what the film depicts is the brutal cuts being made and the thousands of employees taking the hit. Now, Ben Affleck plays Bobby Walker. Now, he epitomizes the typical city boy at the top of his game. You know, he has a big house, fast car, flashy suit. But then, within a couple of hours, Bobby's whole life, and that of his family as well, is turned upside down. But the problem is, he keeps living the high life. He can't come to grips with reality. He's sort of living a lie. He wants to try and keep playing golf with his friends and try and live the high life, but he's living beyond his means.
Looks like you worked at GTX for 12 years.
I did. Divisional sales leader for 3 of those years. And no times are different now, and I'd be willing to accept 110. Hope for bonuses.
Well, our base salary is $65,000 a year for regional sales directors.
I responded to an ad for the vice president of marketing.
Well, we've had a number of highly qualified applicants for that position.
I'm a highly qualified applicant for that position. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I must have just had too many cups of coffee while I was sitting in your waiting room for 2 hours. Thanks for your time, Joyce. Just between the two of us, you probably skipped the Diet Cokes. They're not helping you.
So, The Company Men is out now on Blu-ray and DVD from Universal. Worth a look. Coming next week, The Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Until then, I'm Tim Buden. I'll see you at the movies.
Movie Magic with Tim Buden, the movie maestro.